What's up, guys? It's Zaki, the real Zaki, because you already know who it is, but you probably don't because this is probably a new video that you're seeing. If you're new, and if you've seen one of my prior videos, I appreciate the view. Drop a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell if you're super into my content. Let's get straight into it, because today we're going to be going over why Instagram over Facebook when starting out. So let's get straight into it. Instagram over Facebook. We're going to list the pros and cons of both. One thing that I want to mention, like that's unrelated, that people need to do is treat Shopify like a real business. People treat it like some hobby, which won't really work out in the end, because this is a real business. You could be doing real numbers. Some physical businesses that are huge do not do numbers that Shopify stores do. Everybody knows who Kylie Jenner is and Kylie Cosmetics. She's hosted on Shopify. She does $15 to $20 million in sales. That's a little over $1.7 million a month, because she built an audience on Instagram. She has her audience and went straight into it. We're not all gonna have an audience because we're not Kardashians or Jenners, but I'm just giving you guys a plain example. The potential is. So we're just gonna get straight into it. Pros and cons. First of all, me preferably, when I started out, like right now I'm moving over to the Facebook because that's the stage I'm in or getting into. But starting out, I do not recommend going directly into Facebook ads, especially if your budget is small, because that is number one way to fail: running out of money. If you run out of money, you fail. You're going to be sad and depressed or whatever that is and quit. As entrepreneurs, we have to take educated risks. You just don't dive off of a cliff with no parachute. You have to take risks, but you have to assess the risk. So let's say you have $100, completely against anybody teaching that you go with that $100 towards Facebook, because I know for a fact people say that Facebook's too saturated, which isn't completely true. It's just Facebook needs more money for you to make more money. They've gotten to the stage where Facebook will optimize itself, but it only helps people that help them. So you need to spend upwards of $500 to $100 to $1,000 for Facebook to slowly start optimizing. I'm not saying you can't see results with $100, but I'm just saying they're not typical. And starting out, you want to make every dollar have a return. Easiest and best way to do that is through Instagram influencers, especially at a stage where Instagram influencers are super underpriced. I know, for example, like right now, Facebook is underpriced at the value that they're bringing. Like I know over the next couple years, Facebook will raise in price. Instagram influencers are completely underpriced, especially how targeted they can get. But one of the major pros for Instagram influencers is where you pay somebody that owns a page that is created and has an audience in a specific niche or category, or they have a social presence in a specific category. Let's say fashion, they're a fashion blogger that has X amount of followers that people connect with and follow. You pay them to advertise your product, which gives you a warm welcome to the customer, and the customer purchases from you. Facebook is a different approach where it is surprise, cold traffic, where you have to spend more to acquire a customer. So for example, Instagram, one of the biggest pros is you have an audience already. There's no testing. The only thing you have to test is what pages work and what pages don't. I'm going to have a video where I'm going to be going over exactly how to find Instagram pages, how to communicate with Instagram pages, what to look for in Instagram pages, how to know if they have real or fake followers. Because in a day and age where everybody can buy followers and there's bots and all these things, like you have to be on the lookout so you don't waste your money. They have an audience already, like for you to advertise your products on, right? Number two, it's a lot easier to convert on Instagram because it's a warm welcome. Somebody that's been following Selena Gomez for forever, and all of a sudden she comes up with a shirt that says the real Zaki and she says go buy it. People are going to be more enticed to buy my shirt because it's going through Selena Gomez or it's going through Kanye West. The Yeezy, only like if I had the exact same shoe and I marketed it myself, it would not be as big because I do not have influence. That's why these people are called influencers, because they have influence over their niche and category, right? So I would pay this person X amount of dollars or whatever they think it's worth, negotiate with them. That's one thing people forget, that these people are human beings, they're not Facebook. Facebook has a set price. That's the third thing I want to go over. It's negotiable. Can't call Facebook,
hey Facebook, I want to get my prices down, my ad cost like $5, like I want to get it down to like $4, but I want this X amount of traffic.
No, you can't do that. Instagram influencers, they're negotiable. You can build a relationship with them. It can become a personal relationship. I actually have some pages where I actually know them personally, like we met up, because the numbers I was doing was crazy, and we actually like have a business together now, like, or we're in the process of building a business together. It became a personal relationship, a business relationship. Like, he's a good friend of mine now, and he owns multiple pages. Those are the 3 biggest pros for me for Instagram influencers. And then let's go over to the Facebook side. 3 biggest pros to the Facebook side is Facebook, ridiculous. Like, the amount of people that you could reach is ridiculous, and the amount of sales that you could reach is ridiculous. They have billions and billions and billions of people. Customer base, if you choose the right niche and category, is ridiculous, right? Next thing, number 2, is it's kind of cost effective if you have money to spend. Money is relative. Right now, $1,000 to me isn't that much to spend. $10 to you isn't that much to spend on food. But there's somebody in the world, $10 is kind of like in a crazy amount, right? 6 months ago, if you told me $1,000, I would have looked at you like you're crazy. I would have slapped you. Spent $1,000 on advertising? What are you talking about? You could see the return, like you could see the long-term play, right? It's a good deal for upper level and upper stages of your Shopify business, right? You get to that level because I feel like Shopify businesses progress. There's that like startup stage where you're losing money, you're just collecting data, you're learning, then you have that little profitability, then you have the scaling stage, which is the longest, and then the branding stage where you want to build a long-term business, right? And number 3, the data that Facebook collects is ridiculous. The second that you have a winning ad, it is a lot easier to replicate that. And that goes back to one of the cons of Instagram influencers, the scalability with Instagram. It's not as scalable. Pages will dry out eventually. It's happened. I've seen it happen. They'll be tired just buying a certain product. You find a winning product, they'll get tired of buying it. That's one of the biggest cons for Instagram. And one of the biggest cons for Facebook is that it's not cost effective. It will eat your money. That's one thing people don't understand. That it took $50 to get me profitable. My last $50. Instagram influencers and Facebook ads, like, they go hand in hand sometimes. But at the end of the day, you want to utilize both, especially since they're owned by Facebook and they're owned by the same company. But as you grow and as you build, like, through these stages of your Shopify business, you will get to these next levels, right? Like, starting out, the startup stages for Instagram influencers, like completely Instagram. You want to build your business to a couple $1,000s a month with Instagram. And that's when you want to scale and shoot through the roof and go with Facebook. That's when you spend that money, reinvest it into the business, and you don't buy a nice watch, a car, go on private jets. Like, people that I know that I've connected with that have made maybe the same amount of money as me, like a little more, a little less. Like, actually, some have made a lot more money than me. That bought a car already. Like, he bought an i8. Why? Me, I don't really need an i8. Like, at this stage, like, I'm 19. Like, my insurance rate, first of all, is going to be crazy. I have no credit score. I never understood that. Like, I'm not going to pay cash for a depreciating car. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the finance rate and the lease rates were like ridiculous, right? Cars, not like, I'm not going to buy a car soon. It's not the smartest move for me. And I'm going to be traveling a lot anyway, so put it all on the credit card. You dig? They're getting private jets. Why? You could fly economy. You'll get to the same destination. Costs a lot less. It's their life to live. It's their lifestyle. But at the end of the day, like, there's going to be people that dry out in a year, and there's going to be people that are still in the game 10 years from now. And me, I want to look at it as a long-term game. I'm 19. I still want to be in the game when I'm 29, which is still relatively young. There's people that are only looking to 25, 26, 27, 28, 24, 23. Like, there's people that are going to dry out in the next year. They're going to be done. They're going to be gone. Donezo, right? You don't want to be that person. You want to have a long-term business, which is why customer relations and all these things play a big role, which I'll be doing a video on. But just coming down to it, there's different levels to all this. Instagram influencers is the first level, goes to Facebook ads. Scaling is the Facebook ads part, and starting out as Instagram influencers, and then like they come hand in hand when you want to do the branding aspect, which is the third level. But then it'll all come together eventually. Like, as you go, like, it'll become a rinse and repeat, especially as you find out and learn it once. You'll be able to do it again and again and again and again. That's about it. Like, I just wanted to get into that because there's been a lot of questions about everybody be DMing me. Which one should I start with, Instagram influencers or Facebook ads, right? Well, it just cleared the air. Start out with Instagram influencers, and when you start seeing success in scalability and you start getting data on your Facebook pixel, which I'll be doing a whole video because people were asking me about Facebook pixels and pixels in general. I'll be doing a whole video on that and all that stuff. It comes back to scaling on Facebook because the data is ridiculous. You want to have your Google Analytics and all that stuff ready to go. You want to be ready to scale, like, because $1,000 to $10,000 a month is a big jump, but I know you guys could do it. That's the video for today. Make sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. If you're not new to the channel and you've been with me since day one, because you're a real. Actually, you guys are the realest because you guys follow the real Zaki, and we're gonna be back with another video. Let's go.